Good morning, my beautiful friend. The baby just went down for his morning nap, and I am not ready for the day yet. I did make a pot of coffee. I do have a load of laundry going, but I have not gotten ready yet. So I think what I want to do while he's napping is first thing in the morning, I want to set up the awning. So we've got some shade and I want to get the table set up out there. Today, we need to get this house ready for our 4th of July barbecue that we decided to plan a couple days ago. We prepped all the food yesterday. So today we're going to kind of assemble the food and get the food prepared, but we don't need to actually make any of it. We need to clean the house and get the house ready for a barbecue. It's going to be fun. So cheers, friends. I'm excited you're here today. I'm going to sip on my second cup of coffee while we get the awning set up. It's still in the back of the truck, so I'm going to unlock this door. Let the dogs out. Now that we have a fence, I can let the dogs out. So let me go grab that awning. One thing I'm noticing, I don't know if there's any forest fires around here, but it smells like a campfire out here. And we have only had 2 days of rain in like the last month and a half, 2 months almost. So I'm sure we're in a burn ban. I don't know. Fireworks in my county, I think, are legal. We're not planning to set off any fireworks, but people have been setting them off for the last couple days. So I hope there's not forest fires. Inside. Thank you. So this patio is south facing, so it gets a ton of sun, and we don't have an umbrella back here right now. So my sister's letting me borrow her awning. We're gonna get this set up. I also want to get into the garden and get some harvesting done while it's still early before it gets too hot, because it's supposed to be the hottest day of the, well, no. I don't think it's supposed to be the hottest day of the year so far, because we've had some 80 and 90 degree weather days, but I think it's supposed to be like 92 today, and it's beautiful out here right now. I've never set one of these up before by myself, so we'll see if we can get this set up. I think this is from Costco, and it's one of the easy ones to set up. Like, I think it just kind of sets itself up, if I remember correctly, because I've helped my sister do it. Yeah. Because yesterday was kind of a kitchen and prep day, I ran to the store, I grabbed the things I needed, and I was able to prep all the food. Today is very low stress. It's just a matter of kind of getting every final detail ready and just kind of enjoying the day. This is a beautiful, slow morning for me. The baby's in bed for his morning nap. Josh is still in bed, and I can just kind of putter around and get the things done I want to get done and I need to get done. We're about to go into the garden and spend a lovely morning kind of harvesting some fruits, or not fruits, well, technically fruits, yeah, because we're going to get some tomatoes, and tomatoes are fruit. I love the saying that knowledge is knowing that a tomato is fruit, and wisdom is knowing not to put it in a fruit salad. But there is actually, Josh and I did this really fun farm to table dinner a couple years back. Oh, well, it's probably like 4 years back now. And the chef had made a salad starter that was peaches and tomatoes, heirloom tomatoes, and it had this vinaigrette dressing on it. They were sliced kind of like on top of each other, and it was really good. So I guess you could put tomatoes in a fruit salad, or maybe the peaches were in a vegetable salad. I don't know. It was really good. But I digress. Let's see if we can get this thing figured out and set up on this early 4th of July morning. I don't think it's that complicated to get this thing set up. I feel like there's just like a notch that needs to, like, I just need to push it and it's gonna go boop and then stay. But I can't figure it out. So I'm gonna wait for someone to help me with that, and I'll just get some of the other things out. There's gonna be 9 adults and 5 kids. Doing tasks like this are one of my favorite things to do. I always call it puttering around the house when I would have days off before I was full-time online business and I would be home from my hygiene job. Josh would ask, "Oh, what'd you do on your day off?" Because usually I only worked 3 to 4 days a week. That's typical like full-time hygiene work. And I said I would putter. And in his mind, that meant I did nothing. But puttering to me just means puttering around doing things all morning. I don't exactly know where the shade is going to be this afternoon when people get here at 4 o'clock. So we might end up kind of shifting these tables a little bit. That's okay. The awning. I'm going to get a couple things to put on the table. We need to tackle this kitchen. I need to unload the dishwasher. I need to sweep and mop this kitchen. It is a disaster. I did not do that after yesterday's cooking. I don't know if you could hear that in the background when I grabbed these tablecloths, but that was the laundry going. And so to me, puttering, like I was saying earlier, it's just kind of having a slow day where I just check things off a list. I don't necessarily write a list, but I just kind of go around and putter around getting things done. And I love it. Cup of coffee in hand. It's just great. These are not fancy tablecloths, so I'm not worried about them getting dirty at all. I just bought these chairs off Facebook Marketplace for $5 each. What a great find. Every time I have parties, I always borrow my parents' folding chairs, and I'm really glad that I found these. So now we just have them all the time. But some of them need to be washed. Last time we had a party, we did use these, so we have used half of them. And so Josh washed half of them last time we had a party. And I need to get these other half washed. Got kind of like a little bit of scrubby here. I'm just gonna scrub it. It's worth a little bit of effort to get these clean. Josh was able to get them really clean. This one has a little bit of rust stain on it, so it might not totally come clean. But these at Costco are like $40 each. And so if I can get some new life out of them for $5 each, I'm happy about that. I'll probably scrub them once, go get some fresh water, and wipe them all down one more time before calling it good. That looks a lot better. Almost as new. This is a little bit of vinegar spray that I have here. Is just some diluted vinegar. I'm hoping with using the vinegar, it helps kill any of these mildew spores. I think this is mildew because these chairs were stored outside for a little while. And so we're just going to get these nice and clean so that everyone has a clean seat to sit on. And I'm glad I'm getting to this because these have been sitting in my garage for a month and I've been wanting to do this. So this was the great motivation to do this. So before people get here, I want to water all the plants so the patio has time to dry. So the patio is not wet. So we're going to get all the plants watered. Boys, get out of there. All right, we got some chores done. We got this area mostly set up. I still need help finishing it, but we'll get it figured out. And then I need kitchen work done, but I figured, you know, before it gets too warm, let's get out there first thing and do some harvesting. I don't know if we're gonna eat any of this at the party. I could serve some of the sugar snap peas. No, thank you, boys. You can stay up here. They want to come out with me, but I want to be focusing on harvesting. And so they've got a big backyard they can run around in now. Boys, it's okay. You can see me. All right, so let's get some harvesting. Maybe I will serve some of the sugar snap peas for an appetizer. That's what I'm thinking. Oh, wow, it's so smoky. I don't know if you can see that haziness, but it's pretty smoky. Oh my goodness, friends. Wow. Look at this. Oh, there's a weed that's about to go to flower. I'm going to pick that. Get all the root and everything. First Roma tomatoes of the year. I've already harvested one Homestead bouquet. I want to harvest another one today because it's starting to get past its prime. Those are not quite ready. This is a Rebecca, really beautiful. And I think I'm going to harvest my first eucalyptus today. Harvest that. What a beautiful harvest. Oh my goodness. So let's make a bouquet. Let me show you what my first Homestead bouquet was. It's starting to wilt a little bit, so I think we can kind of salvage some of these flowers, but these snapdragons, they're done. The zinnias look really good, and this cosmos still looks really, really beautiful. So I think we can kind of revitalize it and get 2 bouquets out of what I picked today and reusing some of these flowers. I wish you could smell the eucalyptus. It is incredible. I was at the farmer's market last weekend, and I was talking to a man who had a nursery stand, and he was selling some eucalyptus, and he said that in our area it should perennialize. So I was a little worried about that. I read that it should be, but I wasn't 100% for certain, and I'm taking his advice that I'm going to try to overwinter my eucalyptus. There's those pretty. I've talked a little bit about this in the past, where when I first started gardening, I thought flowers were silly and the only thing that I should be trying to grow is food. Well, I am on the complete other end of the spectrum now. I don't know if you've seen those trending reels where it's like, I'm going to the other side, and I love growing vegetables and fruit, but I love growing flowers too, and I have already been researching, and I put in one order for some more flower seeds for next year, and I am going to be growing even more flowers because this just makes me so happy. Now that the bouquets are made, I want to put those eventually, I think, on the table out there, but I don't want to put them out there until people come, just so that they're sitting in a little bit more cool environment. Now I want to take care of all these peas and tomatoes. I want to get the dishwasher unloaded. I want to get the dishes loaded. I want to clean off the counter from my mess, and I want to sweep and mop these floors in here before I go get ready, so that I can just have all like the heavy lifting, I guess, the moving and making me warm and things like that done before I go get ready. It's still really early in the morning. Baby's still napping. So what I think I'm going to do, I'm just going to get started, see how far we get. Probably when the baby wakes up is when I will need to take a break from doing this. So let's get the dishwasher unloaded first. The baby is at the point where he's taking fewer naps and longer naps, and he usually will take about a 2 to 2.5 hour nap once a day. And sometimes that's in the morning, sometimes that's in the afternoon. And on this day, it happened to be in the morning, which was perfect. I was not planning to get as much stuff done on this morning as I end up getting done, but he was napping, so I just kept working until he needed me. So we're going to get a ton of stuff done on this morning. And like I said, puttering is one of my favorite things to do. I really enjoy just going around my house, picking up little items, putting them where they go, and folding laundry. And I love when my dogs hang out with me. I just enjoy it. And I always have headphones in, almost always, when I'm doing a puttering day. I typically am someone who likes to listen to someone talking while I do stuff like this, whether that's a podcast, an audiobook, or a YouTube video that is mostly talking, and that just keeps me company. I'm not really a music person when it comes to this because I like to be entertained, and that's usually what motivates me more than just listening to music. I know each person, some people, music is what gets you motivated, but not me. So here we go. We're going to just keep on cleaning until we're not able to clean anymore. I haven't cleaned the front of my stainless steel in a while. It might not look that bad from far away, but don't look too close. And so I figured this would be a good time to go ahead and get this clean. There are many of the fingerprints on them. I do enjoy the look of stainless steel, but sometimes I find it not the most practical thing because every fingerprint and smudge shows up on it. Even though it looks pretty, it's not super practical. And I know once I have little ones, putting their fingers on it, my nieces and nephews, my son, all that, it might become more of a pain point. But for now, it's mostly just me that's making messes on that stainless steel refrigerator. And now I'm going to get it loaded. I do end up running my dishwasher after it's only about 3/4 the way full, which I normally don't do. I normally only run it when it's totally full, but I like to have an empty dishwasher when a party starts. And so I figured, let's go ahead and get it run, and then I can unload it right before people come, and then I can load the dirty dishes from the party right away. So here I washed the fruits and or I keep calling it fruits, but I washed the veggies as soon as they came out of the garden. I like to do that when possible because then when I go to use it to make dinner, that's one less step I have to do. I don't always do that, but I do like to have the pre-washed veggies in the fridge if possible. I'm going to get this bowl washed up because we're going to serve the Caesar salad. Yesterday we did a bunch of harvesting of lettuce, and we made a creamy Caesar dressing that is so good. And so I want to serve it in that wooden bowl. And then I got the sink clean. When I get the sink clean, that always feels like, oh, the kitchen has been reset. I don't know if you can see those tomatoes on the windowsill there. That is a very happy sight. Probably at this point from now until probably October, there will be tomatoes somewhere in the kitchen, either waiting for me to process them, waiting to ripen, or just waiting to be eaten. And I absolutely love that sight. It's how we decorate around here with fruits and veggies and some salads. So I've mostly cleaned the flat surfaces in the kitchen, meaning the appliances, the sink, the countertops, and now I'm going to go ahead and give a good sweep. After I did all the cooking yesterday, I did not sweep or mop. I just didn't do it. So today is the day. So I'm going to go ahead and get that everything swept up. This hamper here, I had been on the hunt for a hamper to put in my kitchen, I don't know, for 6 months or so. When I was setting up the baby's room, I got him a matching hamper to this. I got it at Ross, and it was $16, and I loved it. And they had more than one at that point, and I did not buy a second one because I didn't want to spend the money at the time. And then, I don't know, a month or so later, and I didn't even have this idea that I wanted a hamper in the kitchen. And then once I got the idea I wanted a hamper in the kitchen, I went to Ross and I was like, oh, I'll be able to get a wicker hamper because I wanted it to be aesthetically pleasing in the kitchen. And so I went back to Ross and they didn't have one. And so I was like, okay, I'll just order one on Amazon. Well, they were super expensive on Amazon. They were like $50. So every time I'm in town and I have a couple extra minutes, I stop into Ross. And I think it took me like 2 times, and they had this hamper again for $16, and I absolutely love it. The reason I got a hamper for the kitchen is because I go through a ton of dish rags. I mean, a ton of dish rags when I cook. And normally they just pile up in the corner and it kind of drives me crazy. So I thought, you know what, this would be good to have a hamper in the kitchen so I could just throw my dish rags in the hamper as I use them. They're dirty, and then I can just grab another one, and then I don't have a pile of them waiting for me to take them to the laundry room. Now these mats are awesome. These are some anti-fatigue mats. I could link these down below. Both of these were gifts, and this is something I probably would have never ever bought myself ever, but how much time I spend in the kitchen, and I got them as gifts when I was pregnant. Let me tell you, a game changer. As soon as you step on them, you can tell a difference. And when I was pregnant, my hips really bothered me, and I don't know what I would have done if I didn't have these anti-fatigue mats. They've really helped. So I did wash them, or spray them down with some vinegar spray and get them nice and clean, because they do tend to get kind of messy, and I don't mop them with my mop. So I did go ahead and take a second to give them a nice scrub. So here we've got, just the daily life. And now I'm going to get my office cleaned up here. I love having this space in the kitchen. This has been really nice to have my office right in the main living space. At some point, whenever we get around to remodeling the upstairs bonus area we have, I don't know when that will be, future sometime, then I probably will set up an office up there. But for now, I've really enjoyed having my little office in the kitchen. Josh is typically the one who does the floors in our house. He's got a fancy vacuum and a fancy mop, and he kind of enjoys doing the floors more than I do. But I had the time right now, so I thought I would just go ahead and get this done. He ends up using his vacuum and mop in the main living area and in the bathroom, and he gets that area taken care of before the guests come over. But I'm the one that made this kitchen messy yesterday, so I figured I might as well go ahead and tackle it. I think he did take the vacuum through one more time when he vacuumed the living room and the hall and the bathroom, but I was able to get kind of the majority of what needed to be swept up. Now, one other thing that I like to do when I have parties or in general is I do like to empty the garbage, and I'm really glad I did this because my sister brought over paper plates. She was a little worried about the glass plates for her kiddos, and the paper plates were really convenient. I never buy paper plates, and so it was really nice to have those. And it was nice having a garbage can that was ready to go for kind of cleanup, for easy cleanup after the party. We could just kind of throw anything in the garbage that we needed to throw in the garbage. Kitchen is clean. I'm gonna get all of these cloths in the wash. I'm working on laundry today. I didn't do any laundry at all for the last 5 or 6 days, so we've got a mountain. So that's one of my goals today, is to continue to rotate through laundry. And I want to get these washed so we have some towels for cleanup. And I need to finish my coffee. Maybe pour myself another cup. I don't know. I've got about half of this left. And then time to go get ready. Kitchen is clean. I need to work on getting some glasses out, and there's a little bit of food things that I need to do, but I don't need to do those for a while. Basically, it's time to relax until I decide that I need to do something. I still need a mop in here, and I need to tidy up the powder bathroom as well. But we're doing good. Dishwasher is going. Get these clean. We are getting loaded up. I've got the bag packed. I just need to fill up my water, and we are heading to the pool. It is 10:30 right now, and the pool opens in just a little bit. So by the time we get packed up and drive down there, the pool's gonna be open. We'll be there for a few hours. And while we're in town, I can get a new propane tank. I forgot to get propane yesterday when I was in town. I didn't think the pool would be open today, but it is. And I was just sitting here thinking, house is clean. Food is ready. We've got many, many hours before people are coming. I rotated the laundry. So because I did all this prep yesterday, we can go as a family and enjoy going to the pool for a few hours. So I'm looking forward to that. So Josh is putting the propane in the car right now for me. We are gonna head to the pool, enjoy some sunshine, and then come back and have a good party. We got back from the pool. I got cleaned up, the baby's down for a nap, and now I'm gonna kind of put together the last few things. It's 3 o'clock now, people will be here in about an hour, and then I'm probably just gonna sit and relax. I already have out the burger buns and the hot dog, or we're not having hot dogs, we're having brats. And then these tomatoes need to be sliced up. I just grabbed the croutons for the salad. I've already pre-washed and made the salad dressing and done all that, so I just have the serving dish out. The burger patties, once cooked, and brats will go on here. And then now what I need to do, this drawer is a mess, but I need to get out my napkins for everybody. There are 9 people. I want to try to see if I can find, I'm pretty sure I have 9 of these napkins. I did not buy any like festive wear or anything. I thought about it, but I would have had to go to another store yesterday, and I didn't have it in me to run to another store. Normally I keep these nice and folded in here so that they don't get wrinkly, and they're a little bit wrinkly, but I'm not even gonna iron them. It's just close family, friends, and no one's gonna care that there's a crease down the center of their napkin. So we've got 2, 4, maybe 5 more. I know I have more. Okay, here we go. See, this is how I like to keep them in here so they don't get wrinkly. So we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got these at Goodwill, brand new, but I got them brand new at Goodwill. Here is 9, and then I'll get a couple more out because there are going to be a couple kids that are going to be eating, and they'll probably want a napkin too. I'll just grab all of them. I think I have 12 total. While I'm in here, I think I'm going to go ahead and just organize this drawer real quick. So I like to keep my placemats. Long term, I would like to get a buffet to put all of these types of things in, and I would like to collect more different colors and, you know, like seasonal ones and stuff like that. But I don't really have space for it, so right now, my pot holders don't go in here. So right now, oh, and then I've got some zinnia seeds. This doesn't go in here. Normally my aprons go in here, but they are all in the wash right now. Oh, I was looking for this. This is my Nespresso thing so I can make cold foam or hot foam or whatever. All right, so this is now, pot holder does not go in here. Okay, so now I have room here for when these get washed and can be put back in here, and then for my aprons, this does not go in here. Look at that. We got a drawer organized. These go in the, I need to grab out cups too for water for people. And one of my friends is making homemade lemonade, and my other, oh, and she's also making sangria. I think she's making a white peach sangria, which is gonna be just delicious. One way to like make yourself less stressed when it comes to hosting is if people offer to bring something, take them up on it. So I have someone that's bringing baked beans and chips. Another person is bringing the beverages. And I think other than that, I'm taking care of everything else. So easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I don't have enough cups, like real cups for people. I actually don't even own, I do own some, but they're super fancy and have to be hand washed, and I'm not gonna use those today. So I don't have like glasses, so we'll just use mason jars. I'm gonna go ahead and put ice in these, I think. Or you know what, I think I'm gonna wait because it's pretty early still. I don't think I'm gonna put beverages in them at all. And you know what else I don't own? I don't own a pitcher, which is kind of silly. So I will just let people get filtered water out of the refrigerator, I think. And I'm not going to, I'll put ice in these when we get closer to the party, but I don't have a pitcher that I can put water in. You know what I'll do? We're just gonna stay on brand here. I'll fill this half-gallon jar up with water, no big deal. Use what you have. And it all matches that way, right? I've been using my canning jars, or my canned goods, because then that way I have enough canning jars now, because I wouldn't have if it was 2 weeks ago. Let me put the rest of this stuff away. It officially is starting to feel like summer now that I have tomatoes sitting on my windowsill. Probably now until late September, early October, there will be tomatoes on that windowsill. We'll probably just do family style in here, so I think I'm just gonna go ahead and start setting that up. Here, I don't have a caddy or anything for like silverware, so we're just gonna stay on theme, and I'm gonna use a mason jar here. I have enough real silverware for dinner, but for dessert, I'll have to get some plasticware out. I'll just put these, you know what I should do? Put them in this way, so people aren't having to touch the tops of them. This will be for the potato salad, and then my sister-in-law is baking baked beans, so I'm gonna put this here so I have that out. We're gonna have potato salad, baked beans. Oh, I need to get out. People will want to get their buns first. Put the buns here. Just come around this way. I do want to put together a quick little appetizer. This is one of the best appetizers. Let's see. I don't see it in here, but there's something else I need in here. Tragedy has struck the homestead. I went out to get cream cheese to make cream cheese and cowboy candy appetizer with crackers, and I had pulled a freezer meal out of the freezer last night for Josh. I had rearranged some stuff and I did not close the freezer door fully. So I, one, have no burger patties for the dinner tonight. I already have brats. So I called my sister. She's gonna bring some burger patties, and Josh and I are gonna go clean the disaster that is the freezer. It is our freezer meal freezer, and so pretty devastating. I'm gonna give as much of it to the chickens as I can, but some of it is just all gone. The marinated meats at the bottom of the freezer, they were still probably 80% frozen, so they're gonna be just fine. But the top part of the freezer and the door, it just all has to go. So I'm gonna pause getting this appetizer ready. If I don't get the appetizer for everybody, that's totally fine. There will be plenty of food, but we got to take care of this freezer. One reason why I have never put a whole hog or a side of beef that I've purchased in upright is for this instance, for this to happen, for this possibility to happen. Okay, I gotta go take care of this. That disaster is taken care of as much as it can. It's gonna be a future me problem to finish taking care of it. I've got the freezer freezing again. I gave as much to the chickens as I can today. And now we're back on main track of hosting a party. I was a little bit in shock when that happened, and I ended up getting very devastated. At that moment, I was in kind of, we're gonna have to deal with this later. Josh and I are talking here right now, and he's consoling me and telling me, I am so sorry. I know that that's a lot of effort and a lot of, literally waste. And I'm like, it's okay. But then I do end up going through my 5 stages of grief, and we'll get into that later. But so we are putting some very big safety guards in place for that not to happen again. But here we are making a delicious, easy appetizer. This is the easiest appetizer ever because I've already made the cowboy candy. It's cowboy candy, which is a pickled sweet jalapeno. You take that cracker and you dip it in with some cream cheese and sweet, spicy jalapeno. Absolutely delicious. So now I'm going to just go ahead and finish putting the food together before guests get here. This is a potato salad that I made. It's a loaded baked potato salad. This was fantastic. I do end up putting about a half a cup of mayonnaise and about a half a cup of sour cream more because I made this yesterday. The potatoes had kind of soaked up the dressing, so I kind of just get a little bit more. And here's what it looks like put together. My friend didn't have a pitcher either, so she put her sangria in a bowl. And see, just use what you have. Our other friend brought a beautiful bowl of fruit. We have our salad from the garden with our dressing. My sister is outside actually grilling the burgers right now. We've got a really yummy fry sauce that we made, our potato salad, and all the fixings for the burgers. So this is what it looked like pulled together. And then we did make a dessert. So I make some whipped cream for that. My sister-in-law brought some chips and some delicious baked beans. Another exciting thing that happened is my grill caught on fire, and so there's baking soda on the grill, so we could only use half of it, but it ended up turning out just perfect in the end. We had a fantastic party. My sister brought some chicken to grill for people, and she is dishing up the kids' plates, and we just had a great time. And I just want to say thank you, friend, for being here as we pulled together another dinner party. Thank you for taking time out of your day to spend time with me. If you enjoyed this video, I can pop a couple of my other videos right up here. You can go enjoy between now and my next upload. I hope you guys had a fantastic 4th of July. I hope your summers are filled with fun and sun and abundant gardens. So thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. And I can't wait to see you next time. Bye, friend.